Okay, slight problem. Google does not know that this is a private road.
I will report it.
I've always loved adventure, and especially adventure with an objective, not just walking for the sake of it. GeoWizard is the king of such endeavours. However, my last attempt at imitating his style didn't exactly work out too well. Okay, I'm sinking. So I returned to the drawing board and immediately fell on an idea I came up with about 3 years ago now. Walking moderate to long distances between 2 railway stations, calling at every station in between. In this video you'll see me put that rather silly idea to the test, walking the first section of the Medway Valley Line between Strood and Aylesford, calling at Cuxton, Palling, Snodland and New Hythe along the way. I should note that I don't actually have to follow the line as closely as possible, that would be quite difficult. I just have to rejoin it at every station. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the action at Strood Station. Here we are at Strood Station. Got the first route up on my phone. About an hour, 2.5 miles. Let's go. Yeah, this first part's going to be really noisy as we get out of Strood. Hopefully as we get towards the quieter towns it calms down a lot. Already walked about a mile according to Google Maps. Going through some industrial park now, hopefully means we're getting out of the main Strood town. It's our first sighting of the Medway Valley Line. And back out onto the main road. Here comes the high speed. I love how they say no booking, no entry, like it's an attraction. It's dumb. Goodness. And we made it to our first stop, Cuxton. I don't think I can really express how satisfying that is. Oh, and the train's late, he's not getting on it. Okay, that was about 3 miles in the end, and Yeah, pretty exhausting, but the feeling of getting here without the train, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I'm going to recover here for a bit and break into my snacks. Okay, onwards to Halling. It's another 2 miles, 43 minutes. It looks quite boring really, it's just down Rochester Road. Looks like we're following the main road the entire way down. Okay, we've made it to Halling. That was only 2 miles and I think I did it in about 35 minutes. But it was all down the main road for the most part, and that's quite mentally exhausting as well as physically. But we're here, that's about 5 miles total, so we should be around the halfway point of the trip. Alright, let's continue. So it's 2 miles to Snodland, which is our next station. However, I did just notice that there is a McDonald's that we walked through on the way. So I think I'm definitely going to be paying that a visit, get some proper fuel down there. I'm noticing how friendly people are in Halling. I've walked past 2 or 3 people so far and they've all said hello to me, and even a couple of people have smiled at me driving past. That's honestly why I love coming to these towns. It's such a nice change from the areas that I'm usually in. That has never looked more inviting. Thank you. Alright, let's get on with this. I'm 1.2 miles away from Snodland. Looks like it's mostly down the main road. Great, just started raining. Bright sunshine 20 minutes ago. Here we are, Snodland. Much more wet and windy than when we departed McDonald's. These idiots.
You have to get up or I'll get the police out here. The train can come up there. I will report it.
Thanks mate, it's sorry to bother you.
Alright, no worries mate, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is just get onto, just press the thingy bob button.
Okay, so I reported them girls to a Network Rail worker just sitting outside. And he went and told them to f*** and said he'd call the police and whatnot. And then the girls started yelling abuse at me over the station. You're a f*** mate, why'd you snitch on us? Honestly. Anyway, on to New Hythe now, which is only a mile and a half an hour. Get there, then there's just one more stop. The rain has stopped, but it looks like it might return, so I'm going to try and get on with it. One thing I hadn't thought about is how weird it must look, me just walking into every station, sitting down for 5 minutes and then peacing out. Looks like we're going to be following the track pretty closely for this stretch. Looks like I'm going to get a little bit muddy. No, it's not too bad actually. A slight problem, Google does not know that this is a private road. And it doesn't seem like there's any decent way to get down it. To walk around, hope I can cut through. Yeah, when I was planning it, I was a bit worried about this stretch because obviously there's no street view, so I couldn't scout it out. So I did kind of expect something like this to happen, which is also why I kept the distance moderate for each leg of the adventure, because I'd like to get home before it gets dark, which is in about 2 hours. Anyway, I'm now walking round there, hoping that the pathways kind of meet up around the other side. Okay, Google isn't rerouting me, it's a tiny bit concerning, so I hope this does work. Anyway, with that corner we are going the right way again. I've just got to hope that the two paths can somehow meet at the end. Yeah, I know I'm lost and time is of the essence now, but I want to come down here and have a look because it looks really nice. The sun's back out now. Yeah, this is a really nice place. Kind of place I'd love to sit and have some lunch, but haven't got the time. Need to try and get myself to New Hythe without getting too badly lost. I'm approaching the section where the path disappears on my map, and I still haven't rerouted, so I'm a little bit concerned. We've got here public footpath. Could that save us? This might be the right direction. There is a pathway down there as well. Oh fuck. Nearly went down these head first. As annoying as this is, I do love getting lost. Right, this should be taking me the right way. Yep, if this joins back onto the other path, then we've only gone out of our way by about half a mile. Let's see. This tree came down in the last storm. This path is definitely not frequently trodden. We do have signs of life though. We've got an industrial building there. This is looking good. Google has now corrected itself. I should be able to turn left here and be back on the path. There's the railway. Please be a pathway here. Oh, fuck, nearly went down. Yep, back on track. There's the railway. Should be half a mile from New Hythe now. Should get there by 3, leaving us less than an hour of daylight to get to Aylesford. Is this... Wow, this is actually a crossing that you use yourself. I've never used one of these. It doesn't constitute railway trespass. I mean, it literally tells you to cross, but I've never seen one of these. Okay, well, it's clearly safe. There are no trains coming through. That is cool. That is cool. Can see civilization. I think we've done it. Yep, we're out of the woods, literally. I think we've done it. New hive. Last one, let's go. Aylesford. 29 minutes, 1.3 miles. Shortest one of the day, hopefully, if all goes well. Should be there by 3:30 if nothing goes wrong. Let's get this done. Google's done it again. It wants me up there. As you can see, that is a depot, and this path does not go up there. See what happens this time. Well, they're saying it could be good. If the path continues all the way down there, then I cut out all this and it's actually a shortcut. I hope so. Yep, I was right. That's taken 10 minutes off of the arrival time. That's a really nice treat after what we went through on the previous leg. And here it is, Aylesford. Bloody hell. Oh wow, it's busy. It's really busy on my platform, so I'm gonna come and sit over here until the train's due. Yeah, it feels really good to have made it. It was nice that we had some challenges along the way and it wasn't all completely easy. But yeah, I'm exhausted, my legs are burning, and I'm going home. And there you have it. We made it from Strood all the way to Aylesford on foot. That was by far one of the best expeditions I've ever been on, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as me. Stay tuned for next time when I plan to walk between Aylesford and Wateringbury, calling at all stations of course. Until then, take care.